Hey, I decided to do a video with my feelings about this coronavirus, COVID 19, and my feelings about businesses being closed and not being able to go to cafes or to talk with people and all that. First off, social distancing is never cool. People like contact. Some people don't like contact, but overall, if you're visiting with a friend, you like to have the choice of whether or not to pat your friend on the back, give a hug, talk to your friend without having to move really far from him or her. And the social distancing thing is just one aspect of it. I can understand the health issues of it, but after a while, being away from people and having the cities be where nobody will communicate to each other unless it's from a distance, that's bringing a very sad social letdown. What about people who would want to talk to someone maybe on a romantic level? That's going to be considered a no-go, because part of that is you might want to shake their hand, and if there's no contact, then the next best thing is to talk to someone on FaceTime. And that's, I guess, okay. But what about having a date with someone by being on FaceTime and then kissing the phone? It's not quite the same thing. And so my feeling is that since this is a disease, coronavirus, that we don't know anything about, but I haven't known anybody who had it. I know people who have known people who have it, but I don't know anybody who has had it personally. And I'm in New York, and that's apparently where the biggest outbreak of it is happening. I haven't been really that sick. I've had some coughs, like a cold or something. I've had them before, and I will continue sometimes to have stuff like that, or allergies. But as far as having the kind of congestion from the coronavirus, no, I haven't had that. And so my attitude is, I really think that in a way, this is not going to get better unless people really speak up and give their attitude about it. I think that we might be looking at years of people being indoors, places being shut down, social distancing. This is, on a social and mental health level, very not good. There are times in which, even though there is a virus, well, there have been viruses before, there have been different diseases before. We never really had a situation where we had to do like a quarantine lockdown like this. And there are viruses and there are situations that have happened anyway. What if we were to give this mandate for people with the common cold? Or what if we were to give that mandate to people with pneumonia? I'm not saying that maybe it has never happened, but I don't think that it has. I think that this is one of the first times that we've had this happen. And I honestly feel that it's making people repressed. You could go and do music, you could do writing and do creative arts. Some people can do that. Some people don't do creative arts. Those people go to work and do menial tasks because that's what fills their day. And they're not going to be able to enjoy being indoors if all they do now is watch television, which has tons of coronavirus updates. So I'm not going to try to tell people to rebel intensely by having picket signs and shaking their fists and saying, screw this, we have to open up. But I do think that people do need to question whether or not they think that this whole issue is really on the up and up. Because we hear about the fatality rate and all that. But there's also a part of me that just wonders what's really going on. And if there are all these fatality rates, well, I don't know anybody who is a part of that fatality rate. All I know is I hope that there will be some sort of resolution and that it will happen within the next month or so, and that people can decide whether or not they really want to continue doing this quarantine thing, or whether or not they want to risk going outside where there's a possibility, and I don't know exactly how much of a possibility it is, but it's a possibility that things will clear up when people realize that life has to go on and we can't let some sort of germ bully us into stopping civilization from progressing. So my basic idea, to sum up, is I think we need to figure out what to do next, but we shouldn't merely say, oh, everything's okay. We should think about possibly opening some things up and starting life again. Okay, that's my opinion. Feel free to tell me your opinion. Okay, bye.